Okay, time for the final match. We lost the die roll, but we have a pretty good hand, so a clear keep. I mean, an untapped green for turn 1 would be nice, but we can't have it all. Maybe we draw it off the top. There we go. And now the hand is even better. I guess it's about as good as non-company opening hands go. I get. And there's the company. I don't mind that. Actually think I like this better. I think this is better because if we like both suck at blocking, and if we company next turn, I rather have like a tapped Cutthroat in play than a tapped Duskwood Recruiter. I guess the upside of like the Recruiter is that he would flip, but Cutthroat gives us a Cutthroat in play for the stuff that we hit with the company. So I prefer that. And we found another land. I think now we have enough land. So the question is, do we company now to deny him the flip? I think we probably do, because it don't have much surprise value with the company here. That's sweet. I think this is best. The question is now, how do we play it? Do we like flip? Almost like flipping and pump and like plussing, because he has spells and we have more lands than we want. I think I kind of like that. Getting back a Loam Dride's not that impressive. I think we can partly try and like grind down his hand before he hits enough lands to get into the game. This game is looking pretty good. I think we actually I think we can't really let it through because he might have Dromoka's command. So I guess I jump like this and then eat it. I think that's fine, given that we have the Liliana active. else we can just like ultimate. Which is a very real possibility here. And we have a lot of fun with Natuko Husk. Can just drain out the opponent. So if we draw something that we can play, we get to plus Liliana, make him discard his last hand card. Or like discard him down to 1, because he can protect it with the clue. And have like a pretty good board setup, plus going into a Liliana ultimate turn. He's really tanking a lot. What does he have? Not sure why he would think on playing a land for so long. That was kind of a bad block to block with the Sifter actually. Should have made him like sack a clue and trade and then discard the card he draws. That was a bad play on my part. Hmm. I think we can just make him eat a guy here. And like throw away a guy. That is kind of a good draw, I think. with the Duskwatch in hand. But yeah, he will have a hard time to pull out of this because we can just like jump block into all eternity and slowly drain him out. That's kind of how these games and this matchup is supposed to go. Just build a wall of random dudes with like a cutthroat or two and slowly make them die either way. So maybe we get to see this match, how this matchup is like supposed to go normally, or like goes in theory. Let's hope he didn't draw into a command to blow us out. Or company. I mean, it's a bit greedy to double block here, but I think it's worth trying to like get a guy off the board. He has company. No. That actually works too. Yeah, I was definitely too greedy. It's just too many outs for him. At least we can now get rid of the questionable Cryptolith Rite, which suddenly is not that good anymore. And we got one anyway. Hmm. But yeah, he's slowly dying anyway. Lots of thinking on our opponent's side again. Come on. Sorry for the wait. So yeah, we can almost drain him out next turn. Hmm. I think it's fine now because his attackers are lethal anyway. And we can eat his Displacer. So we at least get some scrying out of the Sifter compared to a Blister Port that doesn't give us scrying. Hmm. That's not bad. Hmm. So we are in a spot where this makes sense. And then we actually just eat this, I think. Do we? Hmm. So yeah, this does enough. Makes him lose his guy and go to 2. We even have like 2 counters to get back Cutthroat. If he has no way to remove both our blockers. we can just sack both our creatures to put him to exactly 0. We can't even like attack, we can just let everything through and kill him on the backswing, I think. I think that makes more sense. Sure, he can like company into Reflector Mage and stuff, but that works either way. Also, I feel like if he had company, he should have companied on his turn. To find Reflector Mage. Let's see what he's got. Nothing. Alright. 1-0. Okay, so... I think we want some answers to Displacer, because in prior matches that I played against the version with Displacer, the card could be quite problematic. Maybe like this and this. Got like a Liliana. Some Recruiter. Maybe like a Ride and another Recruiter. Just because of Tragic Arrogance, Ride gets a bit worse. Still not entirely sure how to sideboard in this matchup, to be honest. Like Tragic Arrogance, kind of a problem, so some Transgress seems appealing. Plus it hits a couple other good cards. And if they have Displacer, you kind of want an answer to Displacer to not just get locked out of the game by it. It's a pretty solid hand. That's good. Since we don't have any better option, we just pass the turn and company the turn after. And both creatures flip, which is very awkward. Well, it's like not as bad as it seems, because we block this attack, so we take like 2 damage more than the other way around. Unless he has some way to impair us, then it might get worse. And we can like flip both back next turn, which helps. Especially if we draw an untapped Plexus. Yeah, it worked the way I hoped it would. Maybe he's flipping it back for us already. Yep, he's flipping it back. But yeah, now we are in the spot where like we really want removal for Displacer. I think I might bring in the 3rd removal for Displacer. this game looks like it's almost over. With Displacer in play. Oh, he only hit one guy. That definitely helps. But yeah, it's still not looking good for us. Really? He's risking the Displacer there? That's absurd. This is absurd. Thanks, dude. And like that Displacer would completely own us. But I guess he rather throws it away. That's incredibly greedy. But I'll take it. I mean, Displacer Reflector Mage is just so brutal in a game state like this. Let's see if he hits well enough with the company to blow us out. I mean, I played around a single lieutenant, double lieutenant kind of fucks us over, and Reflector Mage gives him some value, but he already has two. And we are also in like okay shape. Combat is like incredibly annoying against this deck. Between command and all the possible company hits, it's pretty rough. Another one, really? Wow. That was such a blowout. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, I guess that's another thing where more removal is good, because it can disrupt what he did there. Let's try it like that. Deciding game. I mean, I definitely didn't solve the that double Dromokas command turn combat optimally. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked at all. Not sure. Or like blocked more aggressively on one creature, something like that. But double Dromokas command is like really hard to like play around and beat there. So is company into double lieutenant. So I'm not sure what I am supposed to do in a spot like that. Guess that hand is good enough to keep. It's not great, but too good to mulligan, I think. Creature we can play was an okay draw, but probably not the one we wanted. Visionary or something would have been sweet. Although that allowed for a nice turn 3. That was quite productive. Let's start slowly sacking. Bottom. So I think we go for another sack on actually the Quagmire. I think the Quagmire is probably better than the Sifter. Plus this Scrying might still be relevant down the road. valuable scry on the bottom. Command. Do I like this draw enough? I think I do. It's better than a random card. So yeah. That was a decent draw actually. If he has a good company there, that's pretty rough for us though. I think it's worth to like sack this to scry 2 and play the other one. Bottom. Bottom. As expected. That's a weak company. That's a good one. Fuck! That misclick. That was terrible. That was very bad. That company was super important. Jeez. This might cost us the match. That's like the worst possible draw. Yep, probably lost us the game. If we like get to company here, he's in a really rough spot because we can just attack. This game is over. Yeah, one misclick loses the game. Really sorry about that. I think we would be in a winning position in that game if we had a company there. Yep, that's it. We are dead. Yeah, I think if I don't misclick the company on the bottom, we are in a really good spot to win, because then we can just keep attacking next turn. And if, depending on what we hit with the company, we can completely blow him out, or at least pull ahead and probably make him lose both of his guys. Okay. Well, aside from the blunder, we learned that like the raw power of the human-based aggressive decks is so powerful that sometimes they just run you over no matter what you do. And that the deck, and that I really like the current setup of the sideboard against more controlling decks. I could definitely see maybe cutting the Force Smasher for like a Force Tracker or Sylvan Advocate to up the amount of post-board company hits a bit, since we are a bit light on company hits in our anti-control configuration, but other than that, the matchups felt very convincingly in our favor overall. And yeah, I'm not so sure about the creature matchups. I mean, we ended up losing all of them, but like the first one we lost close because we had a non-game, which you can't afford against those decks, with basically any deck. The second one, our opponent had like the kind of draws where the aggro human deck gets its win percentages in this matchup, and therefore beat us. And this time we had like a kind of interesting and close match that I, in the end, basically misclicked away in a winning position. So all in all, the deck looks like it could be good enough to compete with what's currently going on. Like, I played it a bunch myself beforehand already, and like the green-white tokens matchup, for example, feels really good too, which is very important. Like, it just won its third Grand Prix this weekend in Costa Rica in the hands of Seth Manfield. So the deck keeps winning, and having a favorable matchup there is definitely a good thing. So yeah, I'll keep toying around with green-black probably in the future, and also look a bit more into Bant humans, because that deck seems to be really good and also really well positioned. And I already like played it a bit on here and really liked how powerful it felt. The raw power of the deck is just incredible. So I'll probably bring you a Bant humans video next week, I think. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you maybe would like me to do or play in the future. See you next time. Thanks for watching.